can you really expect purity anymore? Like, come on, guys. Can you find true love overseas? Are men traveling overseas for love? If you ask me, honestly, I'm gonna say, fuck no. Being a passport bro won't help your dating life. It won't. And I mean, listen, I do not mean this by any disrespect, right? Like, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I mean, maybe like, you know, a small percentage of you are probably doing something nefarious. That's not my place to judge. But all I'm saying is, I don't think going overseas for women is going to help your dating life. When I say that, I don't mean like in the short term. Like, obviously you're going there, you're meeting someone, or maybe you're staying there for a little bit, but I don't know. I think just from a in perpetuity standpoint, like, I don't think this is, you know, the strategy. And first of all, before anyone tries to come at me and be like, oh, you don't travel, I do travel. In fact, I have my passport. I'm not saying like you're not supposed to, like, you're not supposed to travel, but I don't know, we'll talk about it. The ultimate question is this: if men keep going overseas to date other women or date other women, what happens with the rest of the women in the United States? If you ask me, I think you're just making it easier. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about it. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Serge, and this is Maison et Wild, where we talk about self-improvement, dating, relationships, and fitness, all from the male perspective for men. Ladies, you are more than welcome to stay, but gentlemen, this is your home, so do me a favor. Make sure you wipe your feet off at the door and hit that like and subscribe button when you come in. All right, let's talk about reason number one. The biggest one being you could probably get caught up in some bullshit and die. Obviously, you've seen the news, and you know, I'm just using this as a very like anecdotal piece of evidence, and honestly, you could find just about the similar story in about every single state that a lot of guys go to. The chances of dying in a dangerous neighborhood in a foreign country is ridiculously high. And I doubt you're actually going to spend a lot of time within the tourist areas for the entire time you're in that country. So at some point you're going to venture out. Now, I also doubt that you did enough research, and maybe you did, correct me, you know, let me know in the comments, are you a passport bro? Let me know down below. I won't judge you. If anything, I just want to have a broader conversation. I doubt that you actually even did the due diligence to figure out which, you know, countries, towns are dangerous or whatever the case may be. I think at the end of the day, let's say this is something that you want to do. Like, maybe you're a passport bro living in like Oklahoma, but you know, you dream of living in the Philippines, right? What I would say in this case, do your research, like figure out which neighborhoods are dangerous as fuck and which ones to just completely avoid. I'm not saying take a chance or risk it, but there are some neighborhoods, perhaps if you go to a foreign country, maybe you could hang out during the day. I wouldn't necessarily be there at nighttime, but you know, perhaps you could be there during the day and just get a chance to get a feel for what it's like to be a local. But obviously, again, not a place where you want to stay long term. So that's the first reason. All right, reason number two, you are wasting money, fam. Just think about it rationally. You're buying a plane ticket to go to another country, to stay in a hotel, to eat food, travel around, you know, do all that touristy stuff, and obviously mingle with women, which you're gonna pay. Whether you're paying direct or like you're paying for food, you're still paying. Like, you're spending all that money for, and don't get me wrong, maybe you're catching good vibes, but you still don't know this woman's whole background. And how many guys have been getting got from women that they think they, you know, hit it off with at the club? First of all, if you hitting it off with a chick at the club, it's probably a setup. I don't know, that's just me. When you're at the club, and this goes for like, you know, any young guy who still goes to clubs and shit, let me just tell you the reality of it. Like, first of all, most of the time people are not dancing for whatever reason. I don't get it. You know, I'm a millennial, but even during my time when I was at the club, people were dancing together. The last time I've been to a club, everyone was on their phones. It's pretty weird if you ask me, but no one dances. The women don't interact with the guys. The guys obviously don't interact with the women. And on top of that, it's like a complete waste of money, an absolute waste of money. I just want to get that across right now. I'm not cheap, nor am I broke, but I'm frugal. Like, why spend unnecessary money? Think about the economy. Think about where we are right now. If you're traveling, then by all means, travel, have fun. But let's just keep it a buck, right? Let's keep it 100. If you're traveling for women, this is a complete waste of money. Total L. So number two, you're wasting a shit ton of money. Now let's talk about number three, but before we do, let me just hit you over the head with a little shameless plug. My fitness application, Fitar Fitness, is now live and available for download on the Google Play Store. Is it the Play Store? Yeah, Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Do me a favor, go on to fitarfitness.com, take a look at the website, take a look at our offering. If you like the app idea, Download it and try free for 7 days. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Just do me a favor, click that QR code or scan that QR code. This way we can go ahead and get you set up with some fitness. All right, reason number 3. First of all, when I say this, I don't want to sound like a dick. I'm not, but there are too many women, and I know how you guys feel about Western women. I know, trust me. I've been there, I've experienced it, but listen, you're telling me you can't get not one? You can't find not one that won't do you dirty? And look, I think if we understand the idea that relationships are not in perpetuity, you know, like they're not a forever thing. And I know a lot of guys don't want to do this, but at least you could find something healthy for the interim, right? Like, hey, maybe the long-term relationship just doesn't work for you. Perhaps you could do something short-term, like 3 months or like 6 months. I know it sounds like a lease, kind of is, but look, what do you want, man? In my personal opinion, and again, this is no shame to anyone, but I just don't think the idea of getting on a plane for the sole purpose of meeting women is, you know, a valuable spend of both time and money. You know, both of those things are very valuable. Time, obviously, being the most valuable. At the end of the day, you're gonna do what you wanna do, right? Like, obviously, I can't be the paragon of truth. I cannot be that guy. You have your own choices to make. I just don't think the right idea or the smart idea is spending the money to go overseas. What are the chances that you find someone that you would actually, I guess, want to spend the rest of your life with, and the chances of you not necessarily getting a full grasp on her background? Because at the end of the day, that's what you're after, right? You want someone who's innocent or like has some sort of like purity, which, like, I hate to be that guy, but this is fucking 2023. Can you really expect purity anymore? Like, come on, guys. Come on. Come back to the US. Listen, I'm not trying to be a spokesperson. I'm not trying to be an advocate, but I'm just saying, like, odds are you're going to run into the same thing overseas as you would over here. Wouldn't you rather just save the money? I don't know. Totally open to a larger discussion. Leave your comments down below. I'm getting the fuck out of here. This was your boy Serge. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Watch one of these. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.